area, 99.3 FM radio. A lovely good morning and welcome to Don Bosco Vibes youth program that comes your way every Saturday at exactly 10 hours. And of course, this is a voice that you're very familiar with. My name is Princess Chivesa Cecilia Mungulube, and also a warm welcome to our dear friends and family who have joined us on YouTube. Now, today in the studios, I have 4 interesting guests who are going to be elaborating a very nice and interesting topic that we have at hand. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
So today's topic might even touch the angle of relationships, right? Because we are talking about self-esteem. Yes, something that is very interesting, especially to the young people, and even the adults are affected by it. Now, self-esteem may be affecting somebody either positively or negatively. It can be built on, or it can be completely be broken down by what somebody goes through, how society takes you, or how certain people would treat you and look at you. Sometimes it's because of your body size. You feel you're too chubby, you feel your tummy is too big, because of the theories that we've been exposed to, that a lady should have a flat stomach. And then here is Chivesa who doesn't have a flat stomach. So I'll lose my self-esteem. Or that all men should have beards. And then there's my brother Edward who doesn't have beards. It's
Shots fired. Shots fired.
no, I'm giving practical examples, right? And then what is it going to be called? If you come to my school, you'll be called Lit Manana. You know, all those things. So sometimes it may be a joke, but you don't know that you're affecting somebody. Okay, you may take it for a joke and laugh about it and say, hey, look at this one, and then someone will laugh about it, but maybe when they go and, yes, Edward,
You can even be called a princess.
exactly,
Princess
you've seen. What is self-esteem? I want to hear it from the intellects that I have in the studio who are going to be propounding this motion that we have at hand. Guys, there's data. You wouldn't want to tune out of this now. So let's start it from here. Edward.
But by definition, there are a lot of definition. A lot of scholars went through and tried to define self-esteem. But I think I'll go with this one, which states that a person's overall sense of his or her value or worth, the value you put to yourself, that's what we consider as self-esteem. I would also say the worth you have, worth as it is nowadays with economy, they attach it to money, So, but worth basically is what type of personalities you want to associate yourself. It also can simply attach to what type of a person you want to go out with, as you said, in sense of relationships. So it's a sense of value or worth we attach to ourselves. It comes with belief, it comes with trust, it comes with confidence, self-love, self-acceptance, all those.
Now, self-acceptance, having mentioned that, I would like to credit the Don Bosco Youth Vibes, that you, my dear viewer, can actually find that episode on YouTube on Don Bosco Youth Network, in case you haven't heard of that or in case you missed out on that episode, because this is something that we've already tackled. So if you've been following our episodes, then you must know what we are talking about. Now, speaking of self-acceptance, self-confidence, self-worth, and before we even get to start distinguishing self-esteem from other, things like self-image, self-acceptance and whatnot, I would like to hear it from you, Pauline. How can one improve their self-esteem?
Okay, so there are various ways in which you can improve your self-esteem. So you cannot improve self-esteem that is already on the high. So we're talking about low self-esteem here. Okay, so the first thing that you can do is identify your weaknesses and challenge them. For example, if you say you are ugly, okay, write it down. Pauline is ugly. Then look for evidence that will challenge that negative thought. Okay, look at yourself. What is it that you like about yourself? Okay, you're going to say, in as much as I'm saying Pauline is ugly, I think Pauline has got beautiful eyes. Pauline has got a nice smile. Okay, so you're identifying your weaknesses, your negative thoughts, and challenging them. Okay, and then the other thing that you can do to improve your self-esteem is building on positive relationships. you cannot have a higher self-esteem if you surround yourself with people that always say negative things about you. There are certain people that will not believe in you, but there are other people that will certainly believe in you. So find yourself with people that have a positive attitude towards yourself, a positive attitude towards what you do, okay? And avoid the people that always say negative things about you. For example, if someone says, okay, you want to do medicine or you want to be a journalist, and then here comes somebody in your immediate circle and say, okay, no, you can't manage doing that. You can't do that.
Been
okay?
there.
Yeah, you can't do that. you can't manage to do that. No, you can't do that. So you need to identify the people that, the positive relations that you have in your life and stick to them, and avoid people that bring negative energy towards you.
That's very true.
Yes. Then the other thing is identifying the positive things about yourself. Okay? As an individual, you need to sometimes sit down and evaluate yourself. You can't be all bad. Okay? You cannot be perfect, yeah, but there are certain positive things about you. I'll always say write them down, okay? So that when you feel low, you feel you are not worth it, when you think your abilities are below average, you go back to them, okay? Identify things that you're good at and praise yourself for them, okay? If you're good at, for example, you're still in school, okay? You're not good in math, but you're good in other subjects. Do not dwell on the negative fact that you're not good in math. Appreciate yourself for being good in other subjects, okay? If you're good in sports, and academically maybe you're not that good, okay? Instead of comparing yourself to other people that are over average, look at your positives, okay? I am good in this sport, I am good in volleyball, I am good in public speaking, I am good in something. Write them down, and each time you feel low, you take a look at them. Okay, Chibesa is good. Is good at public speaking. Or Chibesa is chubby and nice. Chibesa is this and that. Okay?
Yes, please go on. more.
Yeah. So you write down the positive things about yourself. So each time you feel so low, you go and read them so that you feel good about yourself.
Wow.
Yeah, and then sometimes don't be too hard on yourself. Take a break. You cannot be perfect in everything all the time. You want to be perfect because someone who has a high self-esteem, it's not all the time that when you have a high self-esteem you're going to be all perfect. No, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to make mistakes. So as an individual, you need to take a break and understand that you're a human being and you also make mistakes, and then you learn from them. So by doing that, you are improving your self-esteem. Yes.
Now you have explained to us very well and accurately about what should somebody do to improve their self-esteem. Of course, with some practical examples that I had added on. But we want to find out really what causes someone's self-esteem to reduce to zero. And now I want to find out from you, Lizzie, what makes somebody's self-esteem to just completely reduce to zero?
Well, there are a lot of things that make somebody reduce their self-esteem. The first thing would be being too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
You don't give yourself chance that you can do better, and by so doing, you find that I'll just tell myself to say, maybe I don't even love myself that much. If I'm unable to receive love from people, meaning I don't even love myself, so probably I'm just too hard on myself, and my self-esteem is just too low that I can't even pick up. And the other thing is, you prioritize yourself. You're like, Pauline is better than me. Yeah. You don't have that best self-outlook. The way you're dressed, you're not even confident of yourself. You're like, even if I'm putting on this dress, probably they won't see me to be good,
It would look better on this one.
Probably Pauline has a better shape than I have. Probably Teresa is better than I am. So probably this jean that I'm wearing today it
Would look
fit
better on
good.
me. You can give me after the show, please. You can give me.
Please, I'll do that. And then the other thing is comparing yourself with others. You know, I'll be like, if I was to be Pauline or Edward, or let's say I'm Chivesa, you know, I would have been better. You know, probably maybe I would be loved more than I am today. But all because I'm comparing myself with others, I'll still go down to my low self-esteem because I'm not even any good at all. And then the other thing is putting others first than yourself. You know, today I'm buying you a gift to which I've never bought that gift for myself.
Exactly.
Like, I'm trying to impress you. I'm unable to impress myself, all because I just want to be, you know, I have to start with myself before I bring others in. You know, those are the main issues that bring somebody down. You know, you have that low self-esteem, or because you want to impress someone instead of you impressing yourself first. I would rather start with myself and then Edward follows.
Ciao.
Hey, you know, it's here to ciao.
Dear viewer, if you're following us on YouTube, please stick around. I want to hear from you, Delphine, because you haven't said anything, yeah? You're just in the background smiling.
I'm agreeing.
Yeah, but I want to hear from you. This matter that we are tackling, which is self-esteem, why is it important?
I think firstly it gives you a different perception of yourself, because you definitely believe you can do more, you feel yourself to be more valuable. That's generally if you have high self-esteem. And then additionally you think about yourself in a more higher perspective, you know. And other reasons why it's important, I think it gives you a creative ability, because you definitely think you can do more, you can, I mean, what can you bring to me that I can't do, you know, because generally in your head you hold yourself to a really high position that there's nothing that can stop you. Yes, being realistic is really important, and the aspect of you generally giving yourself this perspective, it broadens everything, honestly, because at the end of the day, yes, you can succumb to circumstances like challenges and stuff like that, but the fact that you hold yourself in high esteem is just, it gives you that value of there's nothing that can stop me, I'm going to overcome this. And honestly, I think in our day-to-day lives, that's really important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah, and then you also appreciate yourself more, you make more informed decisions. And on this aspect, it's the fact of, I think most girls, we have that thing of,
I'm getting to that.
how do I look? Like you dress up, yeah? And then you're like,
What am I?
you know? And then you're like, okay, let me call my friend. If it's me, I think I video call one of my friends sometimes. I'm like, ish, okay, so this is where I'm going, this is what we're going to do. Do you think this outfit is right?
Yeah.
But then it's not the fact that I want her permission, I just want her opinion, and that's okay, because the fact that you have self-esteem and at the moment it's high, you value people's opinions, but you don't let it determine your decisions. Yeah.
I also think guys have that thing, especially if they're going to meet
Thank
a girl.
you.
Okay.
This conversation.
Guys, don't go. I'm breaking the bro code, but yo, that you need to learn. We need to learn. Yeah, I think that's a very valid point. You know, it's not only girls but also guys go through that. You know, whereby you check yourself. You know, or you want to approach somebody, but you're like, okay, I don't think hey, type and the blow, or maybe I should stick back. Yeah, but you know, that's a very valid point. I agree with you, 100.
Edward, what distinguishes self-confidence from self-esteem?
Well, I think self-esteem basically it's inbuilt. it doesn't involve external forces. But when we look at self-confidence, it has it can be
Forces.
yeah it can be as a result of the environment
And how you
grow
look,
up in.
you know?
Yes, you know, self confidence. It's the ability we have, the trust we have in ourselves to face problems, challenges, and the like. So that can come from external forces, not really inward. But you know, self-worth is regardless, you know, of your appearance, regardless of the environment you're coming from. You just put a value on yourself and be like, even if I'm not in a suit, but I've got the mental capacity to address this issue, I've got the skill set to take up this job, I have everything it takes, you know, to love. Like it's self-love in itself, you know, it's self-love in itself. So it encompasses all these things. But when we look at self-confidence, it's something that, you know, comes from external forces, our environment, you know.
So when you have high self-esteem, you are able to do certain things without fear of being judged. Okay? You are able to stand out to do something without you fearing to say, what is this person going to say? So when you have high self-esteem, you do not fear to be judged. You are okay to take up new challenges, and you're okay to fail, okay, and learn from your mistakes. Then on the other hand, we have people that have inflated self-esteem. Now these are people that have negative high self-esteem. They feel they're better than others. They feel in everything that has to be done, they can do it better. Okay, and most of the time, people that have inflated self-esteem, they do not want to fail. Okay, if they fail, they'll definitely use another person to cover up for their mistakes. Okay, they always want to be good and better than other people. Okay, so when you have that thing in you, they usually think their solutions are better than other people, and they are not good listeners. They do not want to listen to criticism. They do not want to listen to new ideas. They think they have it all.
When it comes to high self-esteem, if you want to know that you've got self-esteem, one thing is you're able to make your own decisions. You don't need anybody's validation for you to reach a conclusion or decide something.
My concluding remarks are walk on the grounds of the earth. Don't let people walk on you. It's that thing where we are giving respect to our superiors, and we don't have respect left for ourselves anymore. So for me to build up my self-esteem, I need to respect myself first, love myself first before I share the love with others.
And then to the people that feel that they have low self-esteem, like we have discussed, you can do something to improve your self-esteem. They say it is okay not to be okay, but do not go in your negatives. Always strive to bring out the positive that you have in yourself.
I would also encourage everyone out there, you know, accepting yourself is the best gift you can give to yourself in this world, you know, because if you accept yourself, you have self-esteem, you have self-confidence, you know, you won't need anybody's validation, and I think you can succeed in what you do. You have self-efficiency.
Appreciate yourself more, give yourself credit, and do take time to yourself, because sometimes you find yourself dwelled in probably social events, like generally everything that life has to offer, and sometimes you find yourself comparing.
Our quote of the day is, it is not enough to love the young. They must know that you are loved. So all in all, we need to ensure that we make people feel loved. Thank you very much for tuning in to Sunny Radio. Till next week, same time, same place. Continue following us on YouTube. We love you. There is great love for you here. Good morning.